from staying there for, well, I mean, decades. The code that we're cracking is inside this process, inside this lecture. So let's take a closer look. So here is our fatigued and deflated patient who's got chronic inflammation. Now, whether or not cancer exists inside his body is a minor detail. When we look at the ways we separate the thinking between healthy cells and cancer cells, we're going to talk today about the way cancer cells versus healthy cells are fueled. Like specifically, how do they turn fuel into energy? And in some cells that is not, it's not completed. They don't do an efficient job of that. But healthy or not, the way they turn it into a fuel, well, it's a really important process. Cancer cells do it differently. We're going to review that. The types of fuel that are used. And then finally, what's the cell environment? That didn't line up as pretty as I want it to. What's the cell environment that a cancer cell versus a healthy cell is in? And then what is the cost of that energy? It is through these questions that I could tell you the answer of what I would show my sister to do immediately. But when I've done that in the past and I don't explain the thinking of how important this is, I am not being glib. I'm not rushing to the answer and saying, here's what you should have them do. Because the steps that I'm about to explain, that's what matters in the why. And I've just found that if I'm trying to teach you guys something, when I skip the why, you guys write in a lot of questions. Which is good. All right, let's go to this next. Healthy cells versus cancer cells. It doesn't quite fit on my slide as well as I want it to, so I'm going to show you that glucose is a fermentable fuel. Yeah, you're going to see what that means. That's really important for you to hold on to in your brain. Glutamine via succinate is a fermentable fuel. What you can't quite see on the bottom of this screen, maybe if I did it this way you could, is that, oh, you can't see it there either. Okay. Oh, well, that ketones are not a fermentable fuel.